Welcome back, everyone, to episode 41, and hopefully what will be the final part of the Dragon's Den episode of our Final Fantasy VI Extended Look / Complete playthrough. It's taken forever to get through this dungeon. We are at the point where we can get into the final chamber where the boss of the entire Dragon's Den is, the Kaiser Dragon. Unfortunately, we have some more footwork to do, and I'm going to be abusing Malulu's charm on Mog in order to help facilitate getting this done a little bit faster. So I did swap some people around. Number one, Realm, who has already done so much work for this party trying to get us through the dungeon, is going to take the first of the 3 paths we have to use in order to finish the area. So she's going to go ahead and move up in here. All she has to do is go to the end of this little passage and step on a switch, and she's done for her part. And then we got to move Terra and Celeste's groups to do a little more work as well. Again, they made this this entire area way too big. It's just too big, too convoluted. A map would have made this so much easier. But it is what it is. We're almost out of here. And then once we're done with this, all we got left is Kefka's Tower and the game's over. And I will repeat what I said before. It is possible that we just cannot beat Kaiser Dragon. Maybe the tactics are just a little bit too cheap. He has a ton of health. If we can't beat him on first or second try, we're just going to go ahead and call it and head on to the end of the game. The reward for beating the Kaiser Dragon is just not that great. Alright, we're done with Realm's part. Go ahead and heal up everybody. And swap to the next party. So we're going to make that Celeste, who is going to do the most legwork since she has the Malulu's charm. What we have to do, obnoxious as this is we got to go all the way back to the Inner Eye Labyrinth, which we'll make our way to right now. We got to go this way. Such a pain in the ass. There might be a faster way. I just don't know what it is. This is the way that I know. This is the way that works. So go back this way. If it's not up here, through this door, it might be another one. No, this is it. All right. So what we had to do in order to get through this area, that switch is already hit. We have to get to that switch over there and press it. Just got to remember how you do it. Like there's a rock we got to hop over back this way somewhere. Or maybe it's that rock right there. So we got to hop on a block that sits right there. And I'm not sure how you get to it. We might have to do a little zigzagging with Terra and Celeste in order to get it done. Let's go around this way and see if I can get to it. I don't think that's going to help. Stymied again. How do I get out of this area? Because I don't think that's a platform we can reach normally. That other side. Oh, why did they make this so goddamn hard to get through? Well, this may not have been it. Oh, there we go. Found it. All right, that's it. So that's what you have to do, as far as I know. So now Terra has to go all the way to where Celeste is, hop those blocks to get down to the lower level of that area. And once she's down there, there's a path all the way to the west that we follow, and that'll get her to the room she needs to go to. It just doesn't end. And on and on and on. Damn you and your bad breath. At least it only hits one person. The way that cloud comes out makes it... Oh, Jesus. I keep forgetting this guy is strong against holy. Let's go ahead and... How many remedies do I have? Oh, I got plenty of those. There we go. Fixes that real quick. Alright, moving on. Stray cat. Jump. I think I may have botched that. I did put the dueling mask on Gal, and basically he can't take damage anymore. At least not physical damage. Magic damage, he might still be vulnerable. Ouch. Big hits. Uh-oh. Oh, good blocks, everyone. Nothing. Nothing. You got nothing. And now you're dead. Now Edgar may be dead. That pox hit is tough. Get everyone back up. Get the turtle back. It's too bad you can't change direction on those. Hop on it once, stop, change direction. Make that a lot easier to get through. Let's do Yojimbo. Moving on. Oh, I was gonna say, maybe I should heal first, but too late now. They're not too bad. Yojimbo. Sounds like I'm calling out to somebody every time I say that. Hey, Yojimbo! Alright, now I gotta heal. Alright, we're almost back to the inner eye. There it is. Good. Now I'm gonna be a little confused. Do I go down and to the left, or do I go up and around to try to cross a bridge to it? I just don't know. As always, a little pump fake. I love it when he's like, I'm dead. I think this is right. No, it's not. Damn it. I gotta go down. Okay. Well, we gotta walk in a big circle to get to it. Hey, yo, Jimbo! I don't think it's gonna kill anyone, but it'll do some damage. Oh yeah, look at that. Big hit. Yeah, the dueling mask boosted, I think, just about every stat that Gao had. And with the defensive boost that he got from getting the best headgear in the entire game, he now can't take damage physically anymore. He just... anyone hits him, it's 1 point of damage. So he might be a good character to take into that final battle against the Kaiser Dragon. I don't know if I can say the same about the rest of the team. It might be a situation where we want to have... if we do have Terra, she's got to have the Soul of Thamasis. We might steal that from Realm, and then she'll just go into her morph form to get some bonus health or defense. Well, we can give it a try. The problem is the two Figaro brothers basically don't have the greatest defense in the game, and that could hurt us. If we can swap parties before the end, I might pull both of them out, put Shadow in, and, you know, I'm not sure if there is a good physical character to take into the final fight. Maybe it is Sabin. I don't know. So maybe just put Shadow in. But that would be one of those things where we have to go into the room, the save room, and swap some party members out, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. This is where we had to go. Down, to the left, and then back up. Now, because it's been so long since thanks, idiot. Since it's been so long since I've done the fight against Kaiser Dragon, I did look it up a little bit and see what exactly we can expect. Basically, he does like a barrier change effect every time we kill him. And this is an effect that is unique to this particular character, but maybe not to anyone who's ever played any of the more challenging mods for Final Fantasy VI or any other Final Fantasy game out there. Basically, when you kill the Kaiser Dragon the first time he revives himself, he has kind of like a re-raise effect, but he gets all his health back instead of just reviving with a couple of 100 hit points. And he can do that 4 times. So we have to kill Kaiser Dragon 5 times in total. And he has something like 65,000 hit points. So you're talking a pool of like 325,000 hit points. It's insane. He has way more health than any other enemy in the game, including Kefka. So it's going to be a very long slugfest, and we want to make sure that we not only have some good magic users, but also some characters that can tank hits in a way that no one else can get through. And Gal absolutely fits the bill, so this may end up being the party we take into it. Sabin and Edgar, unfortunately, may be the weak links in that fight, but there's not a whole lot else we can do about it if we can't change the party without having to go into one of those save rooms. We'll just have to roll with Edgar and hope for the best. Alternatively, we could just put him in imp status and then go ahead and put him in the imp equipment, which would make him very hardy as well. In fact, we could do it to both the brothers. I mean, I don't want to take those options away, but it might be a way to do this. Let's go ahead and use a tent. I think for all 3 parties. Just go ahead and give them some health and magic back. And I think we're to the point where, well, I was going to say we're going to be to the point where we don't need float anymore, but the truth is, Kaiser Dragon can actually cast Quake, so it's too much of a liability. We need to actually do that. We need to make sure that we give everybody float. Let's go ahead and swap parties and make sure everyone else uses a tent. Tent up. There we go. Wait, go back. Thankfully, we didn't see any more of those glitches where dragons respawned ever since the Fire Dragon fiasco, because if that happened again, I would be furious. I do not want to keep playing bosses over and over again. Nice touch, you can actually save as well when you do this little trick to heal your party up. Okay. Let's go ahead and have her float everybody and re-imp Shadow. Imp. Very good. Alright, Tara, time for your turn to go into the passage with the switch, which is back this way. Oh, God. Every time. Do Yojimbo. Yojimbo! Jump. Magic. There was an enemy down here that we never actually encountered, and I'm not sure we're actually going to see it at this point. It might have been a rare encounter called Shield Dragon. And Shield Dragon, I believe, is just really defensively stout. I don't know if he had a ton of really great physical attacks, but that's fine. We don't need to see him. We can't actually learn him as a rage. I'm not worried about filling out the bestiary for this game. Getting good rages for Gao to take into the final dungeon would be nice, but none of the ones that we fought here are actually ones he can learn. So not a big deal. Oh, you prick. And he's doing level holy. That's not going to kill anyone, but Jesus. Ah, you healed him, you doofus. Can I finish this, please? You're not the final boss. You're not even a taste of the final boss. You're just a chump wasting my time. In weird colors. Okay. And come on. Where is it? There's the switch. There is the final passage. Unfortunately, what that may mean is we might be forced to use this group. Not a great group to take into that final fight, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Oh, wait. No, we want to go this way. Alright, so the way to that final passage is... It's not here, is it? No. Alright, do I have to... Yeah, I don't think I can change the parties here. And this is... I'll have to double check and make sure that's... I'm not sure where exactly the exit is for Celeste. Okay, I'm supposed to go in a hole in the wall? I don't know. I don't know. Unless it's over there. I wonder if that's where it was. Well, we might have to go all the way back up. The good news is we are wearing the Malulu's charm, so if this isn't the right way, big deal. We'll just do a little more wandering. We cheese until we get what we want. Yeah, it's back this way. I gotta go all the way up this way, over here. Back this way, over here. I think it's right here. Yes, it is. There we go. Third one to do it. Now, I think Yeah, we can choose which one of the 3 parties we want to take into that final battle. So if we want Terra's group to go in and do the fight, we can have Terra's group do it. If we want Realm's group to do it, we can have Realm's group do it. I think from a purely defensive standpoint, the best of the 3 groups is going to be Terra's group. And the reason for that is, in her case, she can put on the Minerva Bustier. She can equip the... or she can go into Morph form, which boosts, I think, all of her stats. Gal with the Dueling Mask and the Snow Scarf is basically invincible. He can block many of the status effects that would or the elemental attacks that would normally hit him, and physically he can't take damage. If he does, he takes 1 hit point. We can turn Edgar into an imp, and he would still maintain much of his damage capability, and he would be defensively very strong. He might actually have a full 255 defense for physical, which makes him basically invincible as well. Sabin would probably be the lone person who's kind of left hanging high and dry there. Unfortunately, we don't have the option to swap out parties anymore, so we'll just go ahead and do Terra. All right, so here's what we're going to do to get ready. We are going to give Soul of Thamasa to Terra. Not that group. This one. So even though it was benefiting you greatly for a good chunk of this run, we're going to take that away, and we're going to give it to Terra. She has Celestriate on. We'll give her Soul of Thamasa. Again, let's see the stats for Edgar. Defense is eh. Magic defense also pretty lousy. I think putting him in imp status is the best way to go because we're never going to use his tools. Magic is probably out of question as well. We want him up in the air, out of the fight as much as possible. So we're going to give him, and I think he already has the Dragon Horn. Yes, he does. We're going to have Terra... Oh, sorry. We're going to have Terra turn him into an imp. Imp. And go ahead and put him in all of his imp gear. And Partisan, full damage. Tortoise Shield. A Saucer. And Reed Cloak. Yep, there you go. Look at that. Much more stout defensively. Not perfect magic, but way better magic defense than what he had with his regular equipment. And at 255 defense, he can't get hurt. If he gets hit, it does maybe 1 point of damage. And then Gao, same thing. Look at the stats. Gao actually has much better evasion, but again, he can't get hurt physically, and magic-wise he can, but he's probably one of the better native magic defense characters. The weakest link here is going to be Sabin defensively. Offensively, he should be fine. We gave him the Paladin's Shield. That may be the best option we have. Equip for her. I don't know if there's anything better. We can give her a Genji Helm. That might help. What does the Oath Veil do? Nothing special. Yeah, we'll give that to her to beef up her defense. Minerva Bustier over the Genji armor. Again, even though defensively she does not get the same benefits here, the real benefit for putting on Minerva Bustier is it halves damage for everything. So basically, any elemental attack that would normally hit her would do half the damage. If we had an extra Aegis shield, I might just go ahead and give her one from someone else. But I don't know if that's necessarily going to help her out here. Yeah, we'll leave it as is. Aegis shield, I don't know if... Well, we could check. We could check one of the other parties. Go to... Who had it? Was it one of these two? Equip. There we go. All right, we'll take that away. We'll give him an Aegis shield, or a Genji shield. And we'll give the Aegis shield to Terra. So she loses a little bit of her defense, but gains 20 extra magic evasion, which is going to be very important, so that if she does have a chance she can either block the spell or just outright evade it. So that's a very nice call there. Defense, yeah, she'll have to make do with what she's got. All right. So that is who we're going into it with. Relic-wise, good. That's about as good as we can give for Sabin. Same for Edgar, and same for, yeah, Gal. So, all right. We'll go ahead and head on in. And get back here. Step into the portal. We're doing it. And if we can't do it with this party, then we'll leave. That's fine. It's not a big deal. We don't need to do this in order to beat the game. We'll go ahead and do a save state. We'll give it our best shot. Like I said, if we can't do it after, say, 2 or 3 tries, that's fine. We'll step out of here. We'll go ahead and beat the regular game because the reward for this is really not all that great. Humans and your insatiable greed. Your lust for power leads always to a lust for blood. This place is a sanctuary for wayward souls. What business have you filthy creatures here? You slaughter my brethren and befoul their rest with the profanity of your continued existence. You should not have come here. In the name of all dragonkind, I shall grant you the death you so desire. I am the dealer of destruction. I am the font from which fear springs. I am Kaiser, and your time is at an end. I hope I gave that enough gravitas. Big boy music. Listen to this. All right, I have a crazy idea here. This might be a terrible idea. It may not even work. In theory, Rafflesia's Entice works on any enemy in the game. If that's true, I may be able to make Gal turn him against himself, and that would make this a fait accompli. We can't lose. He might keep healing himself, but he can't hit us. We're going to give that one try. If it makes it basically impossible to win the fight, we'll start over. All right, Rage. Let's find Rafflesia. Where is it? Rafflesia. All right. Best of luck, Gal. Well, not like that. Way to do nothing. I also may want to take a turn to have her put everyone on re-raise. Or in re-raise, I should say. Oh, good job, idiot. God damn. What a start. Alright, re-raise yourself, idiot. That's your punishment for your failure. Alright, a couple big hits there. Aha, you did nothing. Gal, I need you to do Entice, please. Just one Entice. That's all I'm asking. Alright, Ultima. Glad to see Bio's doing absolutely nothing. Even though he keeps doing it on Sabin, who's about to die. Sabin, re-raise yourself, idiot. There you go. Just in time. I've been touched by an angel. Alright, I need you to re-raise again. And then you're going to re-raise Gal, and you're going to re-raise Terra. That's your utility. Terra's going to do all the work here. Come on, Entice, hit! It hit! He's gonna kill himself! You doofus! Oh, it's game. We may not need to worry about this anymore. Now, the big problem here is because he's using elemental effects, he may end up healing himself with some attacks that he does, unless he just does physical hits against himself the rest of the fight. And we're going to re-raise Edgar. And then when it's done... I think I just made the game basically, or the fight, unlosable. Now, the issue there is when he dies, Entice may come off and I may have to recast it, but as you can see, Gal will just keep doing that. Because that's his two attack choices, physical attack or Entice. So this may be a finished fight, basically, at this point. We're just trying to burn through his 325,000 hit points, and we'll know because he'll die every time we go through an extra life here. Damn it, Sabin. I knew you were going to be a liability, but I didn't realize it was going to be that bad. I don't think I've seen him do a single non-physical attack since he became enticed. I love it. He is. He's just going to beat himself to death. I love it. Keep doing it. You're a moron. You deserve this. As hard as it was to find him, he deserves it. There you go, that's about 9,000. Oh, crap. Alright, so we have to re-entice him. Every barrier change counts as one life, basically, so we do need to reapply Entice every time. Uh-oh. He's just gonna freeze everybody. Well, Sabin will have to take his turn to lightly burn everybody. Or not. Oh, good. He cast it on the wrong person. Yeah, just keep wasting your turn. Alright, fire. Nope. Fire. I don't think that counts as an extra life. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe Entice wears off. It's possible. Ouch! Who did that hit? Just Sabin? No. It hit a Terra and did nothing. Alright, get back up in the sky. Gal, could you please re-entice? I also like that in the course of the fight, after Sabin was knocked down and had to re-raise, I never healed him. He just recovered it all through regen. The value of miracle shoes on certain characters. Ouch! Yes, thank you. Re-entice him. Come on, hit! It hit. He's just gonna whack himself. Dummy. Alright, I'm gonna bother healing Sabin. He'll just do it himself. Now, technically, if I wanted to, I could use this strategy with Gal doing Entice on the boss against Kefka. It works on him, too. That was a little exploit that maybe they could have fixed and chose not to because they didn't assume people would know that about Rafflesia or even try it. It's probably a little bit like the Vanish and X Zone or whatever you want to call it now, Banish move, which they did fix in this game. They actually made it so that you can no longer cast Vanish on an enemy and either cast Banish or Break. Banish, of course, being that little, I don't know, outer space zone move that sucks them into a portal and they disappear from the fight. And Break turns them to stone. Both of those in the Super Nintendo version of the game, I think the fight's over. And we're all dead, but we are all revived. And thankfully Edgar wasn't on the ground for that to happen, so if that wasn't the last move, he should be fine. And we'll just go ahead and put him back up. It's over. We did it! And Entice made all that possible. And they all survived. They didn't get anything for it. No experience, no AP, nothing. We beat them. That's all we got. Our reward is that one piece of magicite, and I'm going to heal everybody before I take another step. Okay, let's go claim our reward. Powerful magic is radiating from this stone. Obtained the Diablos magicite. And again, let's go ahead and look at it. Espers. All the way near the bottom there. Dark Messenger critically wounds all enemies. Now what that does is when you put it on your character and use that, I believe it is an unblockable attack that does like 99% damage against whoever you hit. And again, it teaches you Gravika and Graviha, and they just do fractional damage, which unfortunately is not all that valuable. The at level up bonus is really nice. You get double your health whenever you level. So if you have a character that you want to make a little bit beefier health-wise, this isn't a bad choice. All right, we did it. We beat the Dragon's Den. I'm going to do a save state here because I think this is just a regular save point, but we'll find out in a second. It is not. That's what I thought. This takes you to the Soul Shrine. We're probably not going to do this. Unfortunately, it is more tedious than the other place. Congratulations. Now that Kaiser's gone, you'll be able to face your final challenge. They say there's a shrine on an island to the west of Moblise where the souls of fallen monsters dwell. If you've already finished your main quest, why not pay it a visit sometime? Well then, please enjoy the rest of your adventures. Alright, get off the screen, please. We're out! We did it! And we're in charge of the worst character in the game. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Because I wasn't sure if this was going to be another full hour episode trying to get all that crap done. We're gonna park. We're gonna make sure everyone's still equipped with what we want. Maybe re-equip a couple of characters if they were different. Oh, we don't have to park. We can just get out and check it. Alright, so you shouldn't have anything. Yeah. I'll give you Final Trump, because that's your best weapon. And whatever's left. You get a Crystal Shield. Well, you can get Genji Shield, I guess. I don't know, Crystal Helm. I think we have extra Genji armors. That's all I'm giving him. He's not going into this dungeon, so who cares? We'll do some rearranging of equipment. Yes. Wait, no. Put you there. You should be fine. I might change out his equipment. Shield. I took one from Strago. Okay, relic. Take off that. Make it an earring. And then I took a shield away from Strago that he would probably benefit from. We'll give it back. Get your Aegis shield back. And then she also had a helmet that was an Oath Veil, and I don't remember who the Genji helmet came from. So we may leave it on her. Probably not a bad idea. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just go straight into the final dungeon. I don't think we need to really do any healing or anything. And there are save rooms that we can exploit as well. We'll get as far as we can before the 1 hour mark for this episode. And then in the next episode, in theory, we should be able to beat the final dungeon of the game. We're going to roll at the same parties we had before. I think they are the choice to go with for every group going forward. Just they're the best balance for what we need available for each character. Shadow is with you. And Strago. And then this group is you. Oh, get over. There we go. And you. All right, there we go. Your final 3 parties for the game, same as what we went through the Dragon's Den with. Oh. And at least one chest that we never picked up back there. We did make it a decent distance through these channels, so there might be some stuff that we had to do that we didn't do before. And we will go ahead and recast float on everybody. And I kind of like leaving Edgar an imp, because he's never going to use his tools again. So we may just do that. Let's go ahead and make him an imp again. Leave what he has equipped. So he still has all the imp gear. Just like Shadow, this is probably the best build for him at this point in the game. I can't say the same about Mog. Mog has the Snow Scarf as one of his pieces of equipment, and the Snow Scarf is easily one of the best pieces of equipment in the entire game, body armor-wise. I don't know if I'd say it's better than the Genji armor. That's a tough call, but it is very good. All right, so we'll just lead each party one at a time. Terra first. I think we'll do the best we can to get to the switch room before the end of this episode, because there is a room where 2 parties have to go in and hit a switch in order to open a path for the 3rd party to go through. Yojimbo! And we didn't say this before, I'll go ahead and reiterate again. Part of the reason why we're not going to be doing the other of the 2 dungeons that were added to the Game Boy Advance version of the game, the Soul Shrine, is that the Soul Shrine has no reward. You don't get equipment, you don't get Magicite, you get a single item that goes in your rare items list up here that tells, you know, whoever looks at it that you completed Soul Shrine. That's it. That's all you get. So there's no value to doing it at all. It's just kind of a, hey, you're the toughest, baddest group around. Why don't you try this dungeon as well? You just don't need it. It's not that valuable. Let's do this real quick. Well, I kind of like what we have on him. Is there anyone else who could benefit from extra health? Probably Edgar. Because he's getting, what, strength 2? Yeah. He really could use, well, but he's going to be in the air so much. Let's just leave that. Let's leave it. I don't know who this would benefit. Maybe Locke would be better off with some extra health because he's pretty weak. Best guess, that would be the character that would make use of the Diablos. Also, now that we're out of the Soul Shrine, we have the benefit of actually getting AP after each fight, so characters are going to start learning magic if what we had them equipped with was a spell group that they didn't learn already. Not a guarantee. Aha. The Hypno Crown. If I'm not mistaken, what that does is it's a relic for Realm and allows her to control enemies more easily. Where is it? I don't see it. Might not be a relic, it might be a helmet. I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, maybe we check helmets. There it is. Yeah, that's all it does. So if you have the fake mustache on and the helmet, it makes it much easier for her to actually control enemies. Big whoop. Who cares? Hey, yo, Jimbo! I think you can even see a tangible improvement in his damage potential wearing that dueling mask. Just physical hits are doing 3,000 damage. That's pretty impressive for Gal. His standard attacks have never been all that strong. It's his unique abilities from the rages that are his special benefit. See? After what we experienced in the Dragon's Den, most of these enemies, unless they gimmick you to death, they just don't have the same punch. Which is shocking. You get so used to fighting some of these guys when you go through it in the regular game, and it's like, man, these guys are hitting so tough. But you get here, once you've gone through an even tougher dungeon that was designed for endgame combat, and it really doesn't feel that tough. And I just did Aqua Breath and it hit nobody. Fortunately, that roulette can still kill somebody. I didn't see who it landed on. I think it landed on Sabin. Sorry, Sabin. Ah, boy. I am going to have to start save scumming, I think, again, just in case, because that is how they screw you or gimmick you to death, is they just keep casting instant death moves. Alright, magic. Arise. Oh, no. Fixed dice, that is a weapon for Setzer, who's not in the party. Who cares? He doesn't get to join us for this final adventure. He gets to stay in his damn ship, where he belongs. I talk mean about him, but the truth is, most of his attacks rely on either instant death or one-hit KO moves, and it's just not that useful at the end of the game when a lot of enemies are undead or have KO protection. So when you hit them, if it does a one-hit kill, they just get back up. Not great. Not great at all. I don't think this is anything. Oh yeah, it is. What's up here? Is there anything up here? There's nothing up here. Alright, so this is one of the rooms that you had to hit a switch in. Metal Hitmen. I think we gotta call Yojimbo! Come on, kill them all! Haha! Yep, so we have to have someone hit that switch in order to move the platform into place for me. So now we switch to the second party. Make sure everyone's good. We'll go ahead and have her cast float real quick on everybody. And again, this is why I don't turn Mog into an imp. He already has max defense. He might get a tiny bit more magic defense, but it's not going to help. He is about as defensively stout a character as Gao is, minus a little bit of the magic defense, but yeah, he doesn't need it. And Locke, I think we were talking about giving him maybe a Genji helm, but yeah, he's probably better off with the red cap. But he is the one that we want to put on Diabolos, because I think Leviathan was just giving him stamina. We don't want that. We want him to get health. Health up. Health. Health, health, health. Because you're dependent on being able to do damage with your health, deciding how much one weapon does versus another. The more health he has, the more Ultima weapon does. The less health he has, the more Valiant Knife does. So that seesaw effect works better if you have more hit points. And Go-Go, who cares? And Celeste should be fine as she is. She should have her Minerva bustier on still. Yep. And a Circlet, which probably fine. That boosts all her other stats. So she should be good. And that winch that was passing overhead, if you want to leave the dungeon, you can actually jump on the winch and it'll take you out to the airship. But you can also just use a teleport stone as far as I remember. Anything here? Yes. What was up again? It's an item? Yeah, we don't need to do that. And that's just a loop that we can get caught in. That little room drops you out if you go through the wrong door somewhere. This is where we fought Omega Weapon. We can go ahead and save real quick. Again, we're going to try to get as far to the switches that we need to before we call this an episode. So we do have a little bit of ground to cover. I don't think we still have Malulu's charm on, do we? Oh, we do. We've been avoiding fights this whole time. It's all right. Not a whole lot left to do here. Level-wise, everyone should be fine. Kefka, comparatively a pushover to some of the enemies that we've already fought. It's all right. The real problem here is the magic user got silenced. So we'll just have to rely on Go-Go to do damage, and then when Mog comes down, he'll hit both of them for full damage. Or he should. Dead and dead. See you. And for 4,000 a poke, that is some decent damage. And again, a good use for the jumpers in this game isn't necessarily even the damage. It's the avoidance of harm for the characters. Because once they go up in the air, they're not getting hit. So when you put the Dragoon boots and a horn on the characters that already have some of the best armor in the game, icing on the cake. You're basically making it so that your party survives even if it's through cheaper behavior, like, you know, dodging all hits, basically. I got dried meat from that dinosaur. I like to think what happened there is Locke literally just carved a chunk of flesh off and brought it back with him. Just took a little bit of the tail off. He's hungry. He's going to take this for later. He's a monster. Alright, let's go ahead and heal everybody up. Good to go. I'm going to go down here first and see what this is. There we go. So now Terra can move on. Realm will leave there for now. Get Terra in place. She's still got a path to follow to where her switch is, because it's what I was talking about before wasn't the switch we just hit. It's literally a room with two sides that have a switch on them that two parties have to step on, and then the third party goes up the center channel once it's opened up. And I paused here for a second because this chamber is where we initially found the all the espers that were still alive back in the Imperial Magitech research facility. Just pointing out that the stuff that we're seeing here is an amalgamation of all the previous areas that we had gone through in the World of Balance. They kind of do this as a way to... Oh. So Death Machine is going to be hitting us with level 5 death, and we have at least one person who's going to be affected. That's not good. Good block. Now, can you do shock for me, idiot? No, you can't, apparently. Dead? Dead. Maybe. Not dead. Dead. Well, someone will kill him. Get him, please. Don't let him walk this off. Don't let him do one last hit and kill a third-party member. Thank you. Alright, get our magic user back. Use her to get Edgar back. Cure herself and everyone else. And float us again. See if there's any chests hidden in here. Probably not. Fiend Dragon. We have not fought a Fiend Dragon yet. This guy is an absolute dick, because he'll cast Heartless Angel, if I'm not mistaken. The good news is, I think because Gal's in the party, it's a no-lose scenario, because he also does ice attacks, and ice attacks can't kill him. In fact, they'll heal him, so we'll be just fine here. He does have a lot of health, as I recall, though. But I could be wrong. We got out of that fast enough that it wasn't an issue. Okay, so we got to get to whoever is on that side of the wall and hit the switch on the chest to continue. We'll go ahead and move on with Celeste. And her path was leading her into that center chamber, I think. Yep. I don't know if I ever talked about this before, but I know that there is an option to change where magic of a particular type is located in your magic list. So, in theory, if you don't want the white magic spells, the healing spells, to be at the very top, you can rearrange it so that the black magic spells, which I use far more often, are at the top instead. The issue there is, if I need to heal somebody quickly, I want to be able to do that. Offensive spells, I'm not worried about getting off right away, so they can sit below white magic. I think it's more important to have healing spells as close to the top as you can keep them in case you're in an emergency and you need to revive someone quickly. That active time battle system really does make a difference when it comes to the ability to quickly get off spells and stuff. Mimic her, please. See you. Yeah, seriously, it's just some of the enemies that would have been so threatening when we came here initially. Pushovers by comparison now. Mug him. Well, also want to get rid of him as soon as possible, because that is a threatening character to keep alive. Because he does that nonsense. He just turned Locke into... Oh, he didn't. I thought he zombied him. Good block. Go, go! Give everyone some health back. Moving on. The nice thing about the mimic attack option, in terms of this is where we needed to go. This is where I was going to try to stop once we get the switch pressed right here. One of the nice things about the mimic command is the fact that if you use it to do a high cost magic spell like, say, Ultima, it's free. You don't actually spend any magic. So that is the value of having Mimic there, or having Go-Go there to copy someone who's using Ultima, is he doesn't have to use any magic to do it. And I forgot to imp Shadow, so let's do that at the beginning of the fight here. And I think I also forgot to give her her Soul of Thamasa. We'll do that again in a second. Oh, no. No, jump. Why are you not an imp? Oh, damn it. Okay, so this is not going well. We'll fix that in a second. Oh, damn. Don't hit the Marlboro anymore. See you. Okay, so let's fix that. You need to put on your Soul of Thamasa. And you need to turn poor Shadow into an imp. Thank you. Heal everybody up. Float everybody. Alright, now we're ready to advance. And boy, are we in trouble if we get any attacks from characters that do instant kill. Or level 5 death. Hopefully that's not the case. I don't think it's this way. Maybe. Maybe not. This is where we fought Gamma. And Innocent. I don't know if we ever fought an Innocent before, so this is a new encounter if we wanted to go farm a little more for Gal, but we've done all the farming we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and beat the game. The best rages that we had left to learn, we've already learned for the most part. This is just overkill at this point. Oh yeah, we came this way. Alright, nothing there. Prometheus, the oldest and wisest. I don't know why it's always been stuck in my brain. I think it's a line from Batman the Animated Series. It was Maxie Zeus who said it right before he died, or was about to die. Like, reached out to grab something that was electrified because he thought he was an actual god, and it just fried him. Alright, a whole bunch of people learned some spells, finally. We're not going to change the espers that we had equipped to people simply because at this point, the characters who needed to learn spells have already learned them. We're leaving them on as is for the stat boosts that they get. The exception being maybe Realm. She might swap to the one that teaches magic +2 or +1 if there is one available. And there might not be. She might be stuck with what she's got. Just roll the bones with what we got, I think. think everyone's about as maxed out as they'll ever need to be to finish the game at this point. Done. I love the idea that they stacked enemies on top of each other. I wish they had tried it a little bit more in the game, except for the last area of the game. You have to wait until the very end to see one of the coolest gimmicks, which is, you know, a group of enemies that all sit on top of each other. Work that into the game, you know? It's cool. It's a fun idea. Oh no, snowballs. This is how the final enemies of the game fight. They throw snowballs at you. Now, it did technically just do fractional damage. It cut my health in half, but whatever. That's the best he's got. He's really not helping his own cause. See ya. Alright, so we're in the danger zone right now because we have 4 people who are at level 60. We gotta save and see who else might be near level up. Nobody. Oh boy, if we get in a fight with Death Machine, we might be in trouble here. There is a way to mitigate that. Literally, you just have Realm swap out her Soul of Thamasa for the Memento Ring, or even Shadow. Shadow's in the party, and you won't be killed by this spell anymore. Okay. Now we'll hit the save spot. We don't really need any magic, and our health is pretty good, so we'll go ahead and just save there. Again, we're not going to stop here just yet. We want to get to that one central chamber with the 2 switches we got to hit to advance. Again, just for comparison, the pathways that we have to follow in Kefka's Tower, by comparison to the Dragon's Den, so much clearer, so much more character to what we're looking at. It just doesn't feel like a blob of randomly designed hallways in one massive area that there's just not enough uniqueness to it to know exactly where I have to go. This is just a much better designed area. And it's clear that, you know, it's 2 different teams that worked on it. There are small side rooms here that you can find items in, but they're not so big that you get lost halfway and have to guess which way is the right way. All right, here's the switch to open for Terra. We'll go ahead and swip. I keep saying that. Swap to Terra. Let her advance. Another perfect example right there. It's just the fact that I can tell by the fact that we're, you know, 2 feet apart what needed to be done there. Oh, another chest. Something good. Pinwheel for Shadow, who's not going to be throwing things the rest of the game. Unless someone de-imps him. It's possible. There might be an enemy who's just set to dispel any effects on a character and then turns Shadow back into a human, which would stink, but it wouldn't be a game breaker. I would have expected more of that in the Dragon's Den, and we didn't really see it anywhere. We saw 1 or 2 times where they tried to dispel somebody who had haste on, and it didn't work because they were wearing miracle shoes. Everybody up. Move it on. Alright, so we're in the center chamber. I don't think the door will open until someone hits that 3rd switch. So we'll swap to Realm's party and get her in position so that she can hit that switch. Did it come out of the store? Maybe. Hold on, let's see where it leads. No, this is the right way. Get him up in the air. Should be over now. Good job, idiot. You killed yourself. And then I finished the job. Oh, crap. Oh, Cyan's dead. And now Realm is dead. I don't know if the memento ring blocks that. It might. Oh, no. Let's do a rise on these 2. And Kiraga on anyone else. Didn't need it. Float. Alright. See how much further we gotta go. If this is it, we'll go ahead and stop. It is not yet, but I think it is once we get out this room here. Yep, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go hit this switch. And this is where we're gonna stop for this episode. Alright, so we did it. We beat the Dragon's Den. That long, long, long dungeon that took like 6 episodes to get all the way through, partly because of how goddamn convoluted and twisting and backtracky and switches that were hidden in places I would never have thought to look for. Just so laden with that kind of nonsense that it took so long to finish. We finally did it. We got all the rewards that were due for completing it, which included new weapons for every character in the game. Even stuff for people who don't really get weapons, like Umaro and Gao. They both got pieces of equipment. And we made our way back into Kefka's tower and blew through the area in about, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it took. I can't remember if the area we're about to go into is the very last before Kefka, or if we got a little more journeying to do to get through to Kefka. But we're right outside of where he's going to be, basically. So in the next episode, in 42, even if it goes past an hour, that's it. That is going to be the last episode. We're going to beat the game, do the final wrap-up, and that's it. So it might be a longer episode than most others. I don't know for certain how much more we got to do to get there, but I know we're real close at this point. All right, that is going to do it for episode 41 of my Final Fantasy VI Extended Look / Complete Playthrough. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.